as Leo in the video mentioned, initially we reached out to maybe 9 or 10 places to create BTOP. Now we're going to be in 31 states. So pretty much half the entire country we're going to be working in some capacity with a youth program, a broadband network, content, as well as national awareness. It's a little over 26,000 units to broadband. So for us, this is tremendous. So as we talk about this opportunity, keep in mind we are very excited, and this is our 10-year anniversary as a matter of fact, so we're really excited to talk about this opportunity now. So as we get to this point, what we want to do is, and this is why, the reason why you all are assembled here is because our work is really broken down to a few main parts. Of course, there's the network. We'll be coming into public housing units and housing partners and actually creating Wi-Fi or wired networks across the country. So that's one part of it. The second part, of course, is digital connectors. In many of these locations, and also locations that are not necessarily within our connected communities, there will be a youth program where we're going to actually enlist young people. Actually, I can now say employ, right? I can say employ. We're going to employ young people to actually do digital connectors on site. It's going to spread adoption throughout the communities. In addition to the digital connectors, we have the Daniel Carters. And for a long time, we've been using the name Daniel Carters because Daniel was basically, he embodies the individuals that we're looking for in all our communities. Someone that is trusted, someone well known in the community, and someone that gets technology that can help us spread technology. So we'll be employing about 100, a little over 100, literally 160 community technology advisors throughout our program. And lastly, well, there's two parts. There's also going to be what we call mobile media vans, which you've all seen the mobile media vans from Leo. We're going to actually have these vans across the country. So we're literally going to flood communities with technology adoption where we work. The other part is mapping. We actually received some broadband dollars to actually do mapping in selected states. So far we're in Oregon. We're hoping to get more funding in other locations.
At a regional basis, we're going to do what is it, 18? How many sites you got?
In
California.
No.
No, I'm talking about the internet access.
Yes.
I have the numbers for
It's like 7,000 units total,
Yeah.
and I think about 2,600 of those units are in Northern California.
Yeah.
The remainder are in Southern California, San Diego, and LA. It's a lot.
Yeah, and then each of those sites is going to have, we'll keep calling it a Daniel Carter. It's going to have a Daniel Carter. And then there'll be the van that comes by.
There's 12 cities that we'll be working in Northern California.
Thank you. Very much. And so as I said before, what's interesting is that the work in isolation is interesting and fun, right? We can connect people to the internet, or we could train a young person to be able to maintain and monitor that network, or we could train a bunch of kids to do the connectors work and then sort of be the ambassador to technology in their community. But when you pull all that stuff together and you create what we call the ecosystem, you have something that's way more powerful and more helpful than sort of the individual parts. And so the work allows us to do that. In a similar way, we could do the work and we could help the young people, and then we could move on 18 months from now. But if we take the time, understanding where we are right now, that at some point this work is going to get done. We pull the right groups together and we make sure that we understand that at some point the work is going to be finished. And we set at the beginning the eye beyond the time when the work is actually happening and being accomplished. Then we can be purposeful and deliberately seek to make sure that we create programs that are sustainable beyond the individual grants. That's my job. And as I said before, we do that 3 ways. I come from a long and ridiculously boring public policy background. But public policy is the way you make systemic change, right? So if we can get the city to think in terms of policies that foster this kind of work, then we can look to create sustainability. In a similar way, if we can make sure that we're paying attention to and affecting public policy at the state level, then we can make sure that these work and the work that you guys do every day and the people that you serve extends beyond a life of a grant. And in similar ways, if we do that at the federal level, we can make sure that there's resources necessary that are coming down to the locality The second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring attention to the work. So sometime in the fall, I'd say September, October, we're gonna come back to you, this board, and we're gonna say, guess what? Our first 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 apartment buildings are gonna be connected to the internet. And the community technology advisor is gonna be trained, and the van is actually gonna show up and do a 3 or 4 day training for the residents that live there. And we wanna take advantage of that time in history, in that moment, and we wanna recognize it. And we want to put together an event that, coming from the perspective of a guy who's been part of an organization that actually takes credit at the beginning of things, we would like to sort of flip that model. Why don't we take credit for things in the middle and at the end of things, once we've actually done something. So the idea of these launch events is that they wouldn't occur until after we had already had the network in place, until the Daniel Carter was doing work, until the network actually has been working for a while, until we have the van showing up to actually train people how to use the internet. And we're going to ask your advice about how best to tell that story.
We're going to install 5 wireless networks. We're going to have 5 community technology advisors. I know that list is probably, because I know you're, we're going to get a list. Great, so hey, more than there. And this is just based on, with this particular grant, things have changed so much every 24 hours. And we're also picking and choosing partners that some of them, those partners might not be ready for something like this. And they're coming to us saying, this is too much, I cannot handle this.
So understand, when it came down to the grant, we were waiting for the award back in October, but now we received this award in April. So we understand when the partners, they also want to have their own initiatives with their properties. We took that into account.
So, for instance, one of the properties we were gonna wire here in San Francisco is actually gonna be undergoing renovation for the next 2 years. So, that's, what's that?
Is that Hunter's View?
No, unfortunately, I would love to have done Hunter's View, but it wasn't on the list. It's a Mercy housing property, actually, I can't remember which one, but, so now we have 120 units that we need to relocate. So I think it's gonna end up being really close to that, but more like 8 properties.
Okay.
And close to the same number of unit counts.
So Louis will be coming to those meetings with us, and she can give us an update of what's going on. Another key component of this grant is that within a certain time, there will be also some communities that need to be selected, which means you guys are gonna make that decision. And I know Clyde spoke a little bit about that earlier, so we're gonna convene, we're gonna talk about, hey, we have another opportunity to wire 300 residents. Where do we position ourselves within the next 3 months or 6 months? And I know that's something that probably might happen, but if it does happen, we would love to hear from you guys where we should position ourselves, and then we can get Louis excited, and Louis can eventually figure out if that's the right partner, the right community, the infrastructure of the community, or be able to go into the classes and install the wireless network, things like that. We're gonna have 2 digital connected programs in the city. There are gonna be 30 youth, and again, the expectation is we're gonna train 3,000 residents. And we're also gonna have access to 2 computer centers. But that doesn't mean that all of you guys have access to other computer centers or technology resources that we can tap into. This is what this coalition is about. We do have money available to do this work, but if we continue to sustain this model, we can make these numbers higher than what they are right now, so we can reach out more families and more residents within the Mission District, Western Addition. There are other opportunities out there. So hopefully we'll be able to continue to raise money that not just we do this work for 18 months, but we also want to do it and replicate it in other communities. Also define and address those community needs. So you guys live in the community, you can tell us, no, Leo, this is not going to work in my community. And this is the reason why. So there will be a lot of information that we're going to share. There will be minutes. We will record the meeting as well, so you guys can also participate. Some of you will be tasked with sustainable methods and resources to implement this ecosystem that Alan spoke earlier. So we want to make sure that you guys also become champions and you're aware of the data, the outcomes, in respect of some of the funding coming in. You'll be advised on some of the funding that's coming, so you can also maybe help us sustain and raise more money so that community can have richer resources. And we will convene on a quarterly basis for the duration of the project. So it's 18 months to 2 years. I think it's 18 months. So we will want you to commit on a quarterly basis to sit down. I know today was kind of hectic with the lunch, but the meetings will be probably in the evening because it works meetings as